Hello friends, and welcome to the new year. Can you guys believe it is 2025? I have to say, I can't. I remember when I was little and adults always saying, man, time sure does fly and can't believe it's this time of year, just all those types of cliche things. And now that I'm older, I am saying that, and I understand why they always say that. It really, truly does go by so fast. Even whenever you are a little bit more intentional about slowing time down, I feel like we live in a very busy world, but our little family tries to have a lot of really just simple in-home nights and playing games and kind of like enjoying our family and really slowing down, but yet still time goes so incredibly fast. And so tonight I am actually making a little bit of a more special dinner. Anytime that we have a couple of kids out of the mix, it kind of changes everything. And a lot of times that leads my husband and I to thinking that we should do an in-home date night, or what we like to call an in-homer. And so that is something that we do quite often. Right now we have a couple kids spending some time at their grandmother's house. And so that is why we're doing it tonight. But sometimes we just decide to do this on our own. Now this is something that we have been doing since the beginning of our marriage. We like to make sure to put some time aside to have date nights. Sometimes that is out of the house, where we go out to dinner and maybe go somewhere, do some type of activity. We're not big movie people, but typically it'll more involve like going on a walk somewhere, maybe a bike ride, some type of activity, and out to dinner. And then other times we like to enjoy an in-home date night. Now that is something that is so much more convenient if you have a lot of kids, because you don't have to worry about getting a babysitter. And it's also obviously way cheaper. You can even make something at home that's a little bit more special and maybe add in some more of those expensive ingredients that you wouldn't normally have when you're out. And you will still find that it's way cheaper to make a fancy dinner at home than it is to go out to eat. Tonight I am making Marry Me Chicken. This is actually a very simple recipe that comes together very quickly. That is so delicious. I like to add a lot of crushed red pepper flakes to make it extra spicy whenever it's just me and my husband eating it. It's just chicken, some fresh thyme leaves, a little bit of broth, heavy whipping cream, some grated Parmesan. This is so delicious. I have the recipe over on my blog, so I'll link it for you guys down below. Anytime we are having a special night, I like to think of a fun dessert to make. Now, this one was inspired by the fact that we had a cookie baking party in our home a couple weeks ago, and there was some white chocolate chips left behind. And so I decided to make a blondie with a maple butter sauce and some homemade ice cream. This dessert was so delicious, and obviously I made enough to share with the kids that were home later on the next day. We had this after lunch, but anytime we have a special night, I love to make a dessert to have whenever we watch a movie. It just makes the night so much more special. And again, it is so much cheaper than going out and buying something. You guys all know that I love to make my own cleaners because I love knowing what's in them, and I like to be more sustainable and have less waste. And I'm always getting the question from my subscribers about which cleaners to use if you are not a DIYer, or if you're just in a time, like a busy season of life when you can't DIY. And I totally get that. There's lots of times that I want something that is sustainable, safe, and convenient. And I always recommend Blue Land. And Blue Land happens to be the sponsor of today's video. All their products are free of chlorine, bleach, parabens, hyperallergenic, and they're sourced from vegan and non-GMO ingredients. My favorite thing about Blue Land is that they save me money and a lot of space because I don't need a bunch of different cleaners and bottles and things. Their laundry tablets are proven to lift the toughest stains from grass stains. I can tell you that they are tried and true around here because I have a bunch of littles running around and everything gets pretty stained up, and so I love that I have a simple tablet to throw into my laundry to get rid of those stains. Their toilet tablets are proven to work on a range of toilet stains including rust, mineral deposits, time scale, and hard water. The toilet bowl cleaners have been such a game changer for me. I have a bunch of little boys, and so finding something that is easy and effective for my toilets is a must. If you are a boy mom, you totally know what I'm talking about. So if you are ready to try out Blue Land, all you have to do is click on the link down in my description box below or scan the QR code that's here on the screen to get 15% off your first kit. I had a friend that recently had a baby, and so I'm going to put together a cute little kind of skincare basket for the baby. I love making homemade gifts. This is one of my favorite things to give, whether it's a new baby or a Christmas gift, Mother's Day, Father's Day, anything. It is so fun to make something homemade. And again, this is a great way to save money. We have a really large family, so often it is someone's birthday, someone is having a new baby. It's always some type of occasion where it would be appropriate to bring a gift. And that would really add up on the budget if I always had to go out and purchase something. So I found out many years ago that you can make gifts for so much cheaper. So for this gift basket, I am making a batch of soap, a lavender linen room spray, a couple of little roller bottles that would be good for the baby, and some lavender whipped body butter. Now, whenever I very first got started on this journey of really homemaking all of my own skincare and hair care, it felt kind of expensive because there were several items that I needed. But over time, I can tell you that this stuff lasts for so long. So I will buy in bulk a pound of shea butter, cocoa butter, beeswax, fractionated coconut oil, lye, those types of things in bulk, and they will last for so long. And so I have been able to make several presents. If you guys watched any of my videos around Christmas time, you know that a bunch of homemade gifts for several people on my list, and I still have ingredients left over to make this little baby gift basket, and I still have plenty more to continue on throughout the year in case there are any birthdays that come up or Mother's Day, any type of event. And you guys know that I am a very minimal person, so I love gifting things that are consumable and things that I know people will actually use. Now, another thing that I'm a big fan of is I love natural things. I like to be very aware of the things that I'm putting on my skin, on my kid's skin. And so to me, it is very important to home make things so I know exactly what is in the product and I can stay away from artificial fragrances, parabens, phytates, all of the things at a fraction of the price. The kids have an event tonight where they need to bring a dessert to share, and so I am using up the rest of those white chocolate chips to make some white chocolate cookies to bring to their little event this evening. While I was doing the dishes, I saw there was a little bit of extra coffee from the morning. If you guys have been around my channel for a while, you know that I'm not a big, huge coffee drinker. My husband is, and so he always makes some coffee in the morning. And if I ever see any left in there, I'll typically use it in making a little drink in the afternoon. So today I'm making a dirty matcha latte. I will link the recipe that I use down in my description box below. I love to finish off all of my homemade gifts and gift baskets with pretty labels. I think it really just adds that extra touch, makes it look that much more beautiful, adds a little more thought into it. I usually use Canva for this. They have so many different templates, so it's very easy to make labels on there. In fact, I have all the different labels that I've ever made for my homemade products and gift baskets on my online resource library. So I'll leave a link for that down below in case you decide to start hand making some of your own gifts this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this video gave you some great tips on some very simple ways to save money in the new year.